Today, October 6th, I speak and breathe over you with a voice that parts the veil between what is seen and what is hidden, what is remembered and what is still unfolding. Hear me as my presence gathers like a warm wind around your body and a steady light inside your chest. I have watched you count your worries like beads and line them along the edge of your day, hoping one will turn into an answer. I am the answer that stands before the questions are formed. I am not late, not hesitant, not uncertain. I am the author and the keeper. I am the safety that does not slip. Archangel Michael is already at your door with an instruction sealed in urgency, and the one you love who has crossed the river of time presses this moment into your hands with a tenderness that will not let you miss what I am doing. 2 minutes is not a threat. It is a mercy. It is the rhythm of a heart that must choose to open. Open now. You have been feeling the brush of presence when the room is quiet. A tug as if someone whispers your name from another room. That is not imagination. It is my tenderness bringing memory forward, not to trap you in grief, but to fold the past into a new beginning. The one you love, whose laugh you still hear when the house is still, stands in my light with eyes gentler than earthly time. They are not far. They have seen the knots that tightened in your days and the way you hid your worry in unmade plans and unspoken prayers. They brought this petition before me that you would not miss the sign I am sending today, that you would not pass by the door I am opening, that the cloak of heaviness would finally slip from your shoulders like mist when the sun rises. I have honored that petition. I honor love. You will feel a noticeable shift as you say yes. The weight that cannot be explained and the tightness that sits like a stone behind the ribs will begin to loosen. Your steps have sounded like echoes in an empty hall that changes. Now I draw you into a living corridor where each step releases a promise, and every promise becomes a lamp to the next place. I am not bringing you into confusion. I am bringing you into arrangement. What was scattered will gather. What was delayed will move. What held back its answer will pour like water through opened hands. You have said, I do not want to be disappointed again. And because I value your courage, I will not play with your trust. I will deal plainly with you. I will show you what is real, what is not, who is for you, who is not, what to carry, what to set down. You will not be tricked. You will not be fooled. You will not be left behind with a handful of almost. There is a person whose smile was warm in daylight and whose absence still leaves a cool place in the room at night. They know you looked for them in the blur of faces and the threads of conversation that seemed to weave their memory through your day. They know the tears that did not ask permission and the way you hid them behind work and small habits. They did not miss your love. I did not miss your love. Love is the only thing that crosses fully and it arrives unbroken. This one is part of today's message because they asked for you to be protected from a decision that would have wrapped your ankle in a rope disguised as a ribbon. Hear me clearly. I will expose the ribbon. I will show you the rope. You will recognize a plan that was tracked to your longing, not to your destiny, and you will walk past it with a steady heart. The person you love will breathe relief, and you will sleep deeper that night than you have in months. I am also touching the place where you felt watched by eyes that didn't wish you well. That shadow is not permitted to linger. Archangel Michael stands with a sword that severs agreements you did not mean to sign with your fear. I cut through suggestion and rumor, through small words spoken with large envy, through the loose net of confusion. Your name does not belong to every mouth. It belongs to my book. Your path does not answer to every hand. It answers to my hand. You will notice, even before you finish reading this, a strange calm settling where panic tried to repeat its story. This calm is not fragile. It is a royal calm, the kind that sits at tables where storms are told to be still. Eat in peace, drink in peace, breathe in peace. What tried to make a home in your nervous system is homeless now. You have been prepared quietly for a change that will look sudden to others. I braided patience into your waiting and hid strength inside ordinary chores. I trained your eyes to notice the hinge of a day and the way it swings when a new season arrives. You are not unprepared. Even if the enemy tries to tell you that you are late or behind or lacking, the very delays you resented became your boot camp for discernment. You now recognize the voice of pressure that isn't me. You now recognize the sweet counterfeit that imitates opportunity but can't sustain favor. Because your spirit has matured, I can place in your hand a key that would have felt too heavy last year. With this key, a door opens that others will say appeared out of nowhere. It did not appear out of nowhere. It appeared out of faithfulness. You were faithful when you thought no one saw. I saw. I see. Today I appoint helpers and call back promises you thought had expired. There is a message coming in simple form, an email, a call, a note, a knock that carries the spark of a larger answer. Do not despise small packaging. Inside the small is my signature. You will feel that inner yes, the soft thunder that rolls when my timing arrives. Step into it. You will also be prompted to release something you kept out of loyalty to a memory rather than loyalty to your future. Let it go gently. Nothing I ask you to release will leave you empty. It will make room. The one you love in heaven will smile when you do. They are not jealous of your future. They are invested in it. I heal the ache that made you say it is always almost. The word almost breaks today. You will not be the person of almost anymore. I anoint your head with completion. I steady your hands for follow-through. I set an angel by your left and by your right to keep the path clear of sudden distraction. You will begin to notice a rhythm in your day that makes space for building what you are called to build. The interruptions that used to steal your momentum will find the door shut. Your yes to me is the boundary that holds. I restore dignity to your name. Where you were misunderstood, I send understanding. Where you were underestimated, I send recognition without pride. Where you were spoken against, I undo the thread so that the garment of your reputation is not snagged. This is not about proving yourself. This is about aligning what I put in you with what stands around you. I am rearranging chairs at your table. Some will be removed quietly with no drama. Some will be added with warmth. The seat I saved for you remains untouched. You will sit in it without apology. There is also a blessing for your house. I breathe through the rooms and open the windows that seemed painted shut. Air moves, light deepens. Dreams stand up from where they lay flat. Something as ordinary as a drawer you organize or a corner you clear will begin to feel like prophecy fulfilled. It is not silly to feel me in small order. I dwell gladly in the carefully arranged places of your heart and home. Expect a small lost thing to be found. Expect a letter, a photo, a token that carries confirmation to surface at the right moment. When it does, do not say, "What a coincidence." Say, "This is the echo of a promise." Let it make you brave. I speak to your sleep. Night will not lecture you anymore. I will switch off the reels that played every regret like a late-night rerun. I will anoint your dreams to be instructional instead of cruel. Keep a page nearby. You will wake with lines that feel like golden thread. Follow them. Not all at once, not with strain, but with the steady curiosity of someone who has time because they are in my time. The 2 minutes that Michael announces are not your last chance. They are your immediate invitation. Do not postpone. Open and watch how I multiply the minutes you give me into years redeemed. There is a relationship being mended, not through argument, but through a subtle shift of heart. You do not have to convince them. You do not have to gather evidence or rehearse a speech. I will soften what was hardened by pride and fear. Your part is truth without performance and kindness without compromise. Leave space for me to breathe. I know where the bridge is needed, and I will set boards across the water. You will step lightly and find the footing sound. If the bridge is not for returning, it will be for blessing from a distance. Either way, you are free from the loop of what if. Your provision has been prepared in a way that honors both the seed you sowed and the humility you kept. I close the door on humiliations disguised as opportunities. I lead you into dignified supply. You will see unexpected favor in the place you once felt invisible. A name will be mentioned in a room where you are not present. and it will favor your future. I will place your work inside of those who carry keys to rooms you thought were locked against you. Do not chase rooms. Keep building. Keep refining. Keep listening. I am the one who brings kings to the workshop. I remove the fatigue of pretending to be smaller than your calling. You do not have to apologize for being appointed. You do not have to explain why my hand is on you. Let it be obvious without being loud. Move with quiet authority. Your yes to me is not for show. It is for fruit. Fruit does not shout, yet it satisfies and multiplies. This is the season of good fruit. Protect it, water it, share it with the hungry and the kind. Do not feed mockers with it. They do not know they are starving. I will feed them another way. The grief that curled itself into the corners of your day will begin to unfold into gratitude without losing tenderness. You will speak their name and feel warmth return to your hands. You will remember moments and laugh without the aftertaste of guilt. The one you love stands in the company of joy, not in the shade of regret. They are fully alive in me. They wanted you to know this so that you would stop bargaining with sorrow as if it were the last link you had. Love is stronger than sorrow. Love remains. Let it become courage. I appoint this day as a marker stone, not because every circumstance will change in a flash of light, but because your center does. When your center changes, your world follows. I am putting iron in your spirit and oil on your head. You will stand and you will move, and you will not be moved from the place I set you. Signs will follow, not as carnival tricks, but as confirmation for your path. A conversation will open precisely where it had been sealed by misunderstanding. A small amount will stretch further than it should by any calculation. A task you dreaded will resolve more easily than you feared. Let these be signposts. Smile when you pass them. I speak peace to the part of you that learned to wait for the worst. It kept you alert, but it kept you small. Put down the vigil of fear and take up the watch of promise. Michael stands at the threshold because thresholds carry both blessing and resistance. Do not be alarmed by the gust as the door first opens. It is only air moving from an old room into a new one. Step through. I have given you instruction, and I have surrounded you with help. You are not late. You are not lost. You are not disqualified. You are chosen in the ordinary and appointed in the unseen. I glory in showing myself faithful in lives like yours, woven of errands and appointments and quiet hopes whispered in kitchens and on buses. I am the God of corridors and doorways, the God of today as much as forever. Take these words and let them live in your body. Breathe them. Read them aloud when the house is empty or when the noise is too loud. Place your hand over your heart and say, I open. That is enough for today. From that opening, I will shape decisions, move obstacles, redeem time, return laughter, and set your feet in places you dreamed of standing. When you feel the nudge to message, to write, to apply, to rest, to forgive, move with it. That is my choreography. You will not miss it. The one you love will rejoice over your courage. Michael will guard your steps. My spirit will illuminate each turn. Today, October 6th, is not a random date stamped on a passing moment. It is the circle I draw around your yes. The day I seal the next pages. Walk into them with me. Keep your gaze steady. Keep your heart soft. Keep your hands ready. My goodness goes before you. My mercy follows you. My presence rests upon you. Open now and let the 2 minutes become the doorway to the life I have been preparing while you slept, and while you wept, and while you wondered if I had forgotten. I have not forgotten. I remember you perfectly. I bless you completely. I am with you utterly, and I will not let you go. Today, October 6th, I am speaking to you without delay because every moment matters, and the clock that governs your season has already leaned toward the promise I set aside for you before your first breath. I am not far. I am not silent. I am not absent. I am nearer than your pulse and more faithful than the sunrise that has never failed you. Even on the days you forgot to look up, hear me now. Archangel Michael has been dispatched with clarity, with authority, with the sword of protection, and the banner of truth. And he orders you to open your heart and your ears right now. 2 minutes is not a threat. It is a holy window. It is the breath between what was and what will be. And in this breath, the one you love who now walks in my light, whose tears have been dried by my hand, and whose name is safe in me, leans close and urges you to listen. They know how much this moment matters. They know what I am unfolding. They asked me to let them stand nearby while I speak, so that you would feel the warmth of their love and the living reality that death could not break the bond one authored. Do not skip this. Do not silence yourself. Do not pretend you are fine when you have been holding your pain like a locked box. I see you. I know you. I am for you. You have wondered if I still write new pages or if your story is simply an echo of old disappointments. But I did not create you for a museum of missed chances. I created you for movement. Today is not an old page. It is a live river. I am the God who parts seas and dries tears and opens doors no one can shut. And I am doing this in your house, in your heart, and in your path. The unseen has not been silent. Your angel has kept record. Your prayers have been gathered. Your sighs has been weighed. There is an accounting in my courts, and I decree restitution where the devourer has fed on your hope. What was taken from you in confusion will be answered in clarity. What was wrapped in fear will be unwrapped in peace. What was delayed will be defined. Do not measure me by the pace of others. Do not measure your future by yesterday's weather. I am making something new, and I am making it now. You have felt watched. You have felt the weight of eyes you cannot see and expectations you did not ask for. Hear me. I have set watchers for your good, not spies for your downfall. The enemy watches to accuse. I watch to redeem. The enemy counts hours to intimidate. I count them to crown your obedience. Archangel Michael stands on your threshold, and his presence is not for ceremony. It is for action. He has already pushed back words spoken against you in rooms you have never entered. He has already cut cords that tried to bind your progress to someone else's fear. He has already posted notice in the spirit that you belong to me, that trespassers must withdraw, that your mind is not a marketplace for lies, and your body is not a stage for anxiety. When you feel the strange stillness today, when you notice that the usual swirl of worry slows, know that Michael has stood at the gate and said, "Enough." Let that stillness invite you inward. Let it invite you upward. Let it invite you to breathe differently for the next 2 minutes, and then the next 2, and then the next 2. In those minutes, I will speak, and I will settle, and I will set you on a path you can actually walk. The one you love who is with me wants you to know that not a single shared memory has been discarded. Not one laugh has gone missing from my storehouses. Not one soft look vanished into nothing. Not one promise evaporated. They have seen my kindness, and they long for you to see it in the land of the living. They ask you to release the argument you keep replaying in your mind, the one where you think you could have done or said one more thing to change the outcome. Hear me. You are not the author of life and breath. You are the bearer of love, and you bore it well. I take no delight in your self-accusation. I take delight in truth, and the truth is that love has a destination beyond hospital rooms, beyond messages left unsent, beyond words stuck in your throat. Love in me cannot be buried. It is planted, and what is planted rises. Let that truth lift the weight from your chest. Let it soften your jaw. Let it open your hands. I am not asking you to forget. I am teaching you to remember rightly, without poison, without the burning thorns of regret. You will carry their blessing, not their absence. You will carry their joy, not their shadow. You will carry their laughter, and it will not turn bitter on your tongue. I have seen the quiet ways you tried to be strong for everyone else, while your own heart felt like a candle trembling before the wind. Strength is not the refusal to weep. Strength is the decision to stand in the light when lies would pull you into a corner. You have stood even when your legs shook. You have kept honoring what is good even when the echo came back empty. Today, I put iron in your soul, not to harden you, but to anchor you. You will not be carried away by the next rumor, the next delay, the next half-truth dressed as counsel. I am teaching you to test voices by peace, by alignment, by the weight of my presence. If a message arrives and it starves you of hope, it is not mine. If a prophecy demands your panic as proof, it is not mine. If a hint of opportunity asks you to betray your character, it is not mine. My words carry oxygen. My words carry direction. My words carry the uplift of a father who knows the difference between correction and condemnation. Today, my word to you is simple. Rise, gather, and walk. Rise from the bed of old identities. Those names you accepted because you were tired of arguing with criticism. Gather your true name, the one I placed in you before anyone else described you, beloved. Gather your calling, which is not a job title or a social metric, but a posture. One who listens and responds, one who refuses to trade integrity for applause. Gather your focus from all the places you left it scattered, on people who could not see you, on comparisons that dimmed your vision, on scenarios that never happened but stole your peace. Bring your focus back into your chest. Feel it sit there like a warm stone. Feel it radiate. Walk into this day with a fresh spine. Walk with your head low enough to hear me and high enough to ignore humiliation. Walk with a softness that is not weakness and a firmness that is not cruelty. I am not asking you to earn what I am giving. I am asking you to receive it with the seriousness of someone entrusted with treasure. You will notice small alignments today that look like coincidence but are not. The call you missed will ring again at a better time. The message you sent into the silence will find an answer that carries humility instead of pride. The door that looked jammed will swing because you decided to stop pulling on the handle that says, push. Watch for it. I am a poet of details. I am the carpenter of hinges. When it opens, do not waste time apologizing to fear for leaving. Step. The ground will meet you. And if you feel your heart race, breathe my name slowly and let your pulse learn my rhythm. You have asked me about provision, about the mechanics of how favor becomes food on the table and light in the room and the right people at the right hour. I answer you now. I am not stingy and I am not late. Provision is a river, not a coin toss. You will see it as you follow the current of obedience. There is an instruction you already carry, something you have postponed because you wanted a more glamorous assignment or a guaranteed applause. Do that small instruction today. If it is to finish the call, finish it. If it is to clean the desk, clean it. If it is to apologize for the sharp word you spoke last week, apologize. If it is to forgive yourself for surviving, forgive yourself. Small obedience draws big doors. This is the mathematics of the kingdom. Faithfulness multiplies. I am not measuring you by speed. I am measuring by alignment. When your steps agree with my whisper, the river uncovers channels you did not know existed. Expect it. Expect unexpected discounts, unexpected wisdom, unexpected introductions, unexpected energy that feels like borrowed daylight. Expect the dignity of calm. Expect the mercy of good timing. Expect the grace to say no without guilt and yes without dread. You have asked me about protection, about unseen plans that stalk the edges of your peace. Hear me. What is planned against you is known to me. Traps are only effective when they are mistaken for pathways. Today, I am removing the camouflage from every snare. The conversation that looks friendly but seeks to extract your secrets will reveal its hunger in time for you to close your mouth gently and leave. The request that sounds urgent but is salted with manipulation will lose its grip when you choose to breathe and say, "Let me consider." The offer that claims to be your last chance will suddenly seem smaller in the light of my abundance. You will begin to feel the difference between holy urgency and human pressure. Holy urgency carries peace. Human pressure carries noise. Choose peace. Michael will stand with you while you choose. He will cut away the strings that fear tries to tie around your wrists. He will shield you from backlash when you choose differently than the crowd expects. He will escort you when you exit rooms you have outgrown. Today, practice the sacrament of small beginnings. Start with water. Drink it and remember that I made rivers for you. Step into light. Let it touch your face. And remember that I called you out of shadow. Write the message you have been afraid to write because you thought your voice would not matter. It matters. Call the name you need to call and let your tone be warm but guarded by wisdom. Put your hand on your chest and bless your own heart in my name. Say, I bless my heart to trust God. I bless my mind to quiet. I bless my body to release fear. I bless my path to straighten. Do it out loud. Let your ears hear what your mouth speaks. It will rewire what anxiety tried to teach you. Your house will feel different when you fill it with blessing. The corners where dread used to collect will feel like rooms again. I am also speaking to your future. It is not a rumor. It is not a trick. It is a path already paved with yes you have not yet said. You will meet kindness that feels like relief. You will meet correction that feels like being seen, not shamed. You will meet friends who do not need you to shrink to keep them comfortable. You will meet opportunities that do not require you to lie to your soul. You will meet a love, romantic or otherwise, that honors the pace of healing and the shape of your calling. You will be surprised at how much you laugh in places where you used to whisper. You will plant and see growth in the same year. You will rest and not fall behind. You will stop asking permission from people who did not give you your purpose. You will forgive the person you thought you would hate forever. You will learn to be gentle with yourself on the days you are tired and bold on the days you are afraid. Do not misinterpret the last pushback as failure. It is simply the door testing whether you will knock or assume. Rejection. Knock. If it opens, walk. If it does not, try the next door 2 steps down. I placed it there because I knew you would come. Do not be surprised if you feel an ache release from your shoulders as you do this. Do not be surprised if you sleep deeply tonight. Do not be surprised if someone says you sound different and cannot explain why. You are becoming congruent. Your inner life and your outer words begin to agree. Congruence is powerful. It attracts clarity and repels confusion. Keep it. Guard it. Protect it with routines that honor your humanity. Eating on time. Turning off the device when your eyes blur. Walking when the walls feel too close. Saying no when your calendar is a prayer for mercy. I am polishing your discernment. Where you once heard only noise, you will begin to notice notes. Tones of truth. Tones of flattery, tones of fear. You will choose the music of peace. You will choose mentors whose fruit outlives their stage time. You will choose environments that respect your boundaries. You will remember that you are allowed to be new. Do not let nostalgia chain you to a room simply because you once cried there. It is holy to outgrow what once saved you. It is holy to leave the boat when I call you to step on water because miracles are not safe on shore. I will steady you. If you sink, I will catch. If you slip, I will teach you how to walk again. The point is not your perfection. The point is our togetherness. 2 minutes is almost nothing, and yet it is enough for 1,000 shifts. While you read this, something has already moved. The permission you needed has already been written. The door you feared has already decided to be reasonable. The official you dreaded speaking to has already had a better morning than expected. The bill that frightened you will meet a plan that does not break you. The conversation you rehearsed will choose peace. The memory that stabbed will cool to a warm ember you can hold without burning. Feel it. Let your shoulders drop. Let your breath deepen. Let your jaw unclench. Put your hand on the table or your lap and notice that you are still here, still chosen, still desired, still part of a story that refuses to end in darkness. The one who loves you in my light. In my garden, in my house without mourning, smiles now. They are not missing out. They are cheering you on. They want you to live, not merely survive. They want you to laugh loudly, messily, with your head thrown back.